If you want to improve your English faster, smarter, and with more confidence, ChatGPT can become your personal language coach. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to learn English with ChatGPT to improve your speaking, grammar, and vocabulary using simple prompts that actually work. This is perfect if you want to sound more natural, fix common mistakes, and build stronger English step by step. And before we jump in, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more practical tutorials like this. Alright, let's get started. The first thing you need to understand is that ChatGPT works best when you give it clear tasks. Don't just ask, help me learn English. Instead, tell it exactly what you want to improve. For example, if grammar is your weak point, ask ChatGPT to review your writing or speech and explain your mistakes in a simple way. One of the best methods is to use a mistake tracker prompt. You can say, I will provide a short paragraph of text. Identify every grammar mistake, explain why it is wrong, and rewrite the paragraph to sound like a native speaker. This is powerful because you are not just getting corrections, you are also learning the reason behind each correction. That's how real improvement happens. For example, if you write, I have went to the store yesterday and I bought some apples, ChatGPT can correct it to, I went to the store yesterday and bought some apples. Then it can explain that went is the correct past tense of go and bought is the correct irregular past tense of buy. That kind of feedback helps you remember the rule much better than memorizing grammar charts. Now, let's talk about speaking practice. One of the easiest ways to use ChatGPT is to simulate real conversations. You can ask it to act like an English tutor, a friend, a customer service rep, or even an interviewer. Then you reply in English, and ChatGPT can respond naturally while correcting your grammar and showing you better ways to say things. This is extremely useful if you don't have someone to practice with every day. For speaking, try prompts like, act as a friendly English conversation partner. Ask me one question at a time about my daily life and correct my answers after each response. Or you can go even further and ask, after I answer, rewrite my response in a more natural way and explain 2 vocabulary upgrades I can use. This helps you improve your fluency, sentence structure, and word choice all at once. Another great tip is to practice speaking out loud after ChatGPT gives you a model answer. Read the corrected version aloud several times, then try to repeat it without looking. This builds confidence, improves pronunciation, and helps your brain store the sentence patterns. The more you do this, the more natural your English will become. Now let's move on to vocabulary. A lot of learners make the mistake of studying long word lists, but that usually doesn't help much because words are easier to remember when they're in context. Instead of memorizing isolated vocabulary, ask ChatGPT to teach you words inside a real situation. For example, you can say, I want to learn 5 new advanced words related to business meetings. Give me the words with definitions, then write a short dialogue using all 5 words so I can see how they are used naturally. This is a much better way to learn because you see how the words fit into a real conversation. You also learn tone, meaning, and usage at the same time. If you want to remember vocabulary faster, ask ChatGPT to create a story, it's a story, dialogue, or example sentence using each new word. The more realistic the example, the easier it is to remember later. You can also use a synonym prompt when you keep repeating the same word over and over. For example, if you always use the word important, ask ChatGPT, I use the word important too much. Give me 5 professional synonyms and 5 casual synonyms and tell me when to use each one. This gives you more flexibility and helps you sound more advanced. You can do the same thing with other common words like good, bad, nice, big, small, or happy. ChatGPT can help you replace simple words with stronger alternatives depending on the situation. That way, your English becomes more natural, more expressive, and more varied. A very effective learning routine is to combine all 3 skills together. First, write a short paragraph or record a voice note in English, then ask ChatGPT to correct the grammar. Next, ask it to highlight any weak vocabulary and suggest better words. Finally, practice saying the corrected version out loud. This one routine helps you improve speaking, grammar, and vocabulary at the same time, which makes your learning much faster. If you want to go even deeper, ask ChatGPT to quiz you. You can say, test me on the new words I learned today using fill-in-the-blank questions and conversation practice. Or ask me 5 speaking questions using the grammar topic I'm studying. This turns passive learning into active practice, which is exactly what language learners need. Another smart strategy is to tell ChatGPT your English level. For example, if you are a beginner, ask it to keep the language simple and slow. If you are intermediate, ask it to challenge you with more natural expressions. If you are advanced, ask for corrections that focus on nuance, fluency, and professional phrasing. The more specific you are, the better the results. You can also ask ChatGPT to give you daily practice plans. For instance, say, create a 50-minute English practice routine for me focused on speaking, grammar, and vocabulary. Then ChatGPT can give you a structured lesson you can follow every day. This makes it much easier to stay consistent and actually improve. So, to recap, the best way to learn English with ChatGPT is to use it as a grammar checker, speaking partner, and vocabulary coach all in one. Ask it to correct your mistakes, explain them clearly, practice conversations with you, and teach vocabulary through context. That way, you're not just studying English, you're actually using it. If you found this tutorial helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe for more AI and productivity guides, and leave a comment if you want me to make more English learning prompts for ChatGPT. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.